You want to start off the intro?
No, you can do it. I always start off.
Okay, guys. Welcome back to another Sour Lemon Drop podcast.
Just lemon drops.
Welcome to Lemon Drops.
Yeah, this podcast now, we are actually going to be talking about the 3 theological virtues. Next week, we'll get into the 4 cardinal virtues, but we wanted to talk about this one because this one is given to us by God.
No, yeah, we wanted to split these up because we feel like which theological virtues more guide us to God, where cardinal virtues kind of lead us in our daily lives. So we just figured why not split them up so that we can get more into depth about the theological virtues. And then, yeah, that's kind of what we figured. So we're just going to go with the flow. And
all those who out there, because there's a lot of people who don't know about the 7 virtues and stuff, can tune in and hopefully be inspired by this and learn from it. So,
exactly.
So the 3 theological virtues is faith, hope, and charity.
So what exactly are theological virtues? Like if a random person came up to you and asked, what would you say?
Faith, hope, and charity. There are 3 virtues given to us directly from God. It's not something you're taught. It's just something you kind of just know.
It's like a tool you use in your daily life.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, exactly. So
we are Catholics if we have not established that before, which I think we have. But
yeah. I'm just going to jump into what's the first theological virtue again?
Faith. So we thought for this one, we would just kind of say, what's it like being Catholic in a very
crazy world? It's honestly really hard to be Catholic now. Like, I'm admit I have my struggles for real. One is being judged all the time. Like,
yeah.
Do you feel... I feel like I'm just always being judged in my faith. Like anything I do, like when a siren goes, and you say
we
always do the sign of the cross, because every Hail Mary counts and every sign of the cross counts, and people stare at you like, "What are you doing?" And
I don't feel so much like I'm being judged. I feel like people look at me like I'm the judger, like I'm the one judging, because
really?
Because we have because how we have there's a lot of things that we're against because it's against the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
So, when we stand for what we don't believe in, people look at us like, oh, you're judging, you're supposed to love everybody, accept everybody. And although we do love everybody and we hope everybody gains heaven, we stand for what's wrong. If it's against God, then we don't support it or we try not to support it. So I feel like people look at us like,
we're the judges.
Like we're the judges instead of us standing
which is actually, it's kind of crazy to hear that because I've always just thought people were judging me when I did anything at all. Like, I just always feel judged. And that's why it's just like, it's hard to do that virtue because, it just sucks being judged overall. I feel a lot of people misunderstand.
Yes,
like our faith and it's kind of what you're saying, like people think that we're judging them, and really that's not it. We're just sticking up for what we believe in. And misunderstanding is a big one too. A label, they put a label on us. They're Catholic. They do that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, but yeah, label. It's people definitely label us Catholics. How would you think that people label you as being a Catholic? Like, what are labels they put on you?
I feel like they think that we don't have any fun. We just pray all day. Yeah, and just and I feel like they view it more like a cult. Like we don't have a choice, and which is ironically, God gives us free will, so we have a choice in whatever we do.
Exactly.
We just choose to follow God as best as we can. So yeah, I would say in that way. What did you ask?
Yeah. I don't even know what I asked.
Okay.
No, just being Catholic in general, a lot of people now just feel like they have to be quiet about everything. Like, faith, it's not just about believing in God, which if you look up like what faith is, like, yeah, you have to it's mainly about believing in God because we don't know physically if there's a heaven or stuff like that. We have to just believe and trust in Him, and you just have to believe without seeing. That's just what the Catholic faith is.
Well, we do know there is a heaven because Jesus states it, but
no, exactly. But we have to believe that as far as physical proof.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You just have to believe without seeing. You have to trust in him. And that's the whole Catholic faith in general. But it's not only just about believing. It's also about just choosing God in your everyday life. Faith is not easy. Like waking up early and going to mass on Sundays. Like sometimes that can be really hard.
No, yeah. You want to, you're tired from whatever the night
exactly,
before.
Which is wonderful once you get there. Don't get me wrong.
It's just everyday life. You're choosing to live a certain way, which is difficult in this way of life that they're presenting it to us, right? So we have everything. They're setting us up where we have, screens in front of us all the time. There's, they're making it so there's no time for prayer, anything like that. And it's really important to set a time for, adoration and just prayer time and even silence. Just having everything off and just enjoying just the silence, because that's when God really talks to you, and that's when you can actually listen, is through silence. So everything we do in life, I feel like, is a struggle in the way we're living in today, because, it is a struggle to carry the cross and be a Catholic.
No, it is.
But it's rewarding.
Exactly. That's the whole thing about being like, it's just being Catholic in general, but you have to sacrifice, and that's where you're going to get the rewards by God. There was this verse that I remember by Corinthians, I believe. What was it? Walk by faith, not by sight. And it's true. You just have to keep walking. No matter what happens, you jump over it, you go under it. You just gotta keep walking. Yeah, it's just a lot of people mock you too.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And it's so
like,
funny
what,
because
you have to wake up and go to church on Sunday? That's why you can't do this? I'm like,
I feel like you can say you're any religion and people accept it, but the minute you say Catholic or a Christian even, I feel like it's just like automatically they're just like, no. And it's just like,
because people do judge it. They think that we don't have fun. Like, there's a balance. You have to. I mean, God obviously put us in this world, and obviously we have free will. But you can have a balance between having fun, but putting God first while you have fun too. And not everyone's perfect or anything, but I feel like this world, this whole world it's your truth versus mine, and that's all it is. It's constantly back and forth between everyone though. And it's pretty sad.
Yeah.
No. What was
But faith actually sorry.
No, continue.
Faith actually makes it easier living in general, because it's, we know that there's something great at the end of this life. So it gives us something to look forward to. And yes, life is hard, whether you're Catholic or not. It's hard life is difficult. There's, crosses and everything. But that's such a reward, I think, of being Catholic, is knowing that this isn't forever. It's that looking forward to the afterlife, and being.
I don't know why people are not afraid of the afterlife. I am in complete. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared.
The unknown mystery is scary, but I mean, like, as far as like just knowing, like, as long as you're obviously in the state of grace and you go to heaven, the knowing of just being with the one who created you and thought of you. I had a priest tell me, there's no number to what God can create, right? There's no number to how many people he can create, but out of the infinite people, he chose you. And that was like mind blowing to me, because I was just like,
she took it over. Her head was probably up to, he chose me.
And he did. He chose
you walk
me
around every day. He chose me, guys. He chose me. He chose me.
I am the chosen.
Cocky. No, I'm kidding. No, it's a blessing, but again, it's definitely, you have to take up those crosses, because the more you practice the faith, the more God throws at you those situations that you need to choose from. Are you going to just trust in him, or are you going to,
Well, I would say the more closer you get to the faith too, the more the devil is after you to draw you away from it.
No, it's true. Like 100%.
Yeah. So the more, and, whatever your vices are, they're going to work. Oh no, I lost that one. Sorry. Go ahead. What about hope?
Trusting in God in our world now is a big struggle. Battle. Yeah, exactly. It's a big, because there's so much things now, like, fear of another war happening, people stressing about financial financial issues,
Security and all
the
that stuff.
pricing.
I don't know about you, but I'll go on social media and they'll say like, oh, it's looking like we're about to hit another world war, and like, all this, every scenario possible. There's a new virus out that's gonna, this one has like an 80% chance, whatever rate of killing and everything. It does get to you. At least it gets to me.
It gets to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, like,
you have to shut your phone off, and you just have to have that hope of, you just leave it in God's hands. And that's the beautiful thing about hope too, is just, it's not having control in a sense of what happens in life. Exactly. And it's just putting your trust in God to know that he'll take care of you in whatever happens.
It's just ignoring reality, like ignoring the world, and just
and it doesn't mean that bad things won't happen to you. It just means that even if bad things do happen to you, God will carry you to take up that cross and to bear with it.
Like she said, just trusting in God for it. Because it's not easy. It is not easy. I'll tell you that much. I feel like I struggle, I should say on my part. I struggle with it a lot. Like just trusting in God with jobs. Like the job market is terrible and housing is just ridiculous now. And I guess that's just putting that trust in him. I mean, it's the same thing going off topic with having kids. It's like you kind of just have to trust God as far as having the financial needs to take care of them, and you just have to keep doing God's will and strive for the best, and then God will reward you at the end of the day. Sorry, my necklace is...
It's fine. No, I'll even when I was having kids, I got scared because I remember reading people were like, like, oh my goodness, like, like there's so many risks in dying in childbirth and all this stuff. And I remember like, what is like, I thought it was just a natural thing. You just haven't done.
Never die.
But I mean, you can get, my mom always said you can die getting hit by a car crossing the street. You know what I mean? You can't live off fear. You just have to, choose wisely. Don't go skydiving. I'm against that. But I think it's suicide practically, don't you? I don't know. I'm against that. Anyways, that's my opinion. I'm working on wording my words like Monica told me.
Guys, tell her she's doing a good job. Okay, she needs that. A lot of mental health struggles. What would you say for people that have like those mindsets?
Many people have anxiety.
Yeah, but I don't blame them. Like we have anxiety a lot we get it because of phones. Like honestly, I feel like we always go back to phones, and we just need to throw away phones. Well, how are we gonna film for you guys if we don't?
Oh yeah, we're having anxiety for you guys. I hope you know that.
No, mental health struggles is definitely a real thing, because just anxiety, and I don't think they'll catch that. Just having that anxiety in your head, and everything just falls apart that way. Like everything just crashes when you just don't have that mindset. Depression, it's a big one too. And it all goes back in having trust and trust in God, and having just hope for our world now, which a lot of people don't have.
No, hope is a big one. If I can see how people easily get anxiety, like we struggle with it, like you said too, and stuff. But what brings us out of it and what makes us overcome that fear is hope that, we know there is something better, that's waiting for us at the end of this life.
No, like trusting in God. Our world is just so anxious now, and just trusting in God, like hope is that antidote for it.
So if you guys are fearing out there, hold on to hope and just put your trust in God.
And we are struggling as well.
It's not easy. It's not easy
it is easier said than done.
Yeah, there we go. It is easier said than done. We have our struggles too. There's times she'll call me up just bawling her eyes out, terrified, and I'm just like,
do you remember something I told? I was like, hold on a second. I never called you up. No, I like to call up people that I trust. So,
no, she's never done that.
I know I haven't. What about charity? Like loving in this divided world now.
I think charity is one of the hardest virtues to maintain, because for me, believing in God and faith and stuff came easy to me. I've always very much believed there was a God and followed my faith. Charity is hard to practice.
I read up that it's like the highest virtue there is, because...
Oh, really?
Yeah, it also... I mean, charity in general it reflects on our biggest role model, and that's Jesus. Because
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at him. Like he prayed for those people on the cross that were crucifying him, and he was praying for them, like telling God, God, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. Like, that just shows overall, that's like the greatest role model of, you know, being nice to those people that don't deserve it.
Yeah,
at
like
all.
charity even falls under you know, love thy neighbor as thyself. You know, when you have a true love for somebody, charity goes with that, because you want to, you know, give them your best, and you want to respect them, and you want, you know, because our whole goal is to get not just yourself, but to help get others to heaven, right? We're all working together as one big family. So yeah, charity is one of the hardest, I think, virtues to maintain, because that, you know, that represents, you know, in a sense, the Catholic Church, when you are very charitable and you smile. And, you know, Mother Teresa said you can do more kindness with a smile, because, you know, it's just, it's all under charity.
Because loving is the hardest when you know that person just does not deserve it, because those people, like,
Rephrase that. Everyone deserves love. So
okay, loving somebody, you know, like, it's like
loving somebody who does you wrong.
Yeah, that's a better way of saying it. Because, I mean, what did God say? Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer.
Oh.
Yeah. But my mama has always told me that. That's why I stay close to you. But
that was a good one. Okay.
I know. It's definitely hard to you know, it's hard to stay quiet when someone is just going at you, you know, like, just
well, we talked about this on our last podcast about how we did with the classic Shashi one. We did that, how it's important to, when people yell at you and stuff in public, to hold that humility and not, you know, fight that urge to yell back.
Yeah, like when people go at it with you, just staying quiet, just be nice no matter what. And honestly, kindness is like the biggest thing that gets to people the most. Like, the more they egg out on you, like, if you just be kind to them, like, kill them with kindness.
They can get like nothing. Yeah, exactly.
My grandma has always said that to me, my mom's mom. But no, like, division. There's so much division in this world now.
Oh yeah.
Just like with religious beliefs, with political views.
But charity
cut people off.
Oh yeah, like honking at people and stuff, and they're like flipping you off and everything.
I didn't mean like cutting people off. Not driving. It was more like cutting them out of their lives, kind of thing.
That too.
But yeah, honking at people
is a no-no, unless you're about to get hit. Anyways,
life lesson by Aunt Jay.
I don't drive.
She doesn't drive.
Don't honk at people out of anger unless they're going to hit you, and then you have to honk just to warn them. But, you know, don't like flip them off or anything like that. But anyways, yes, don't cut them out of your life unless they're like, you know, slandering God and like not a good role model for you. Then yes, you should space it. But anyways, charity also goes with just, you know, it goes under patience.
Well, it's not just being nice. We're not saying that charity is it's just beyond being nice. It's doing sacrifices, like, it's sacrificial love.
I feel like people think charity is just giving.
Yeah, patience, undeserved love. It's just, it goes beyond being just kind to others. Like, you have to make those sacrifices for people you love, and, you know, giving them your undivided. It just when you have true
charity, it literally transforms you.
It does, and people notice it.
Yeah, like it everything, how you react to people, how you treat people, how you respond to people. When you have true charity, I mean, it really does change you as a person for the better. And, you know, as our role model, Jesus, who gave us the role model of charity and stuff when he was here on earth, is just, you know, it's definitely a hard quality to have, which is why we should pray for that virtue, because it's very hard to maintain it. But, you know, practicing it in just little ways, by simply smiling at people on the street to say hello, even when they, you know, scoffle at you. It's just hard. Shout out to your mom for buying us these lemon drops.
Oh yeah, shout out to my mom. She bought us the don't chew in the mic. Shut up, mom.
I was trying to be gracious. I thought you were gonna follow and grab one too.
Yeah, but I don't want to have like my mouth full. Like you look like a chipmunk. I'm just kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke. Oh my
I was throwing up into it, so we can get past this part.
Don't break your teeth.
It's not hurt.
ASMR. Goodness.
But shout, thank you for our lemon drops. Stop. Keep talking. Oh, I joke.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna pick up on the mic. Oh my gosh. That was so funny. Yeah, she got us these lemon drops to do for our podcast setup. They're actually really good, as you can tell. That's the fastest you ate one, huh?
Okay. And we're back.
Can't. That was so funny. I couldn't breathe.
I feel like charity is also tied in with temperance, which we'll talk on the next podcast. It's one of the cardinal virtues, but it controls your temper too, because you are trying your best to just show kindness and love to that person. And it honestly models who we are too as Catholics, you know, like let's say somebody, you know, comes at me and I scream at them back or something, you know, we're supposed to be showing examples of living Christians and Catholics on earth, you know? So, you know, how is somebody going to look at me and be like, I don't want to be like that. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be showing example in how we live our life every single day. And I was talking to somebody and they were like, well, not everything has to do with religion. Everything, every decision we make has to do with religion.
I think it also, though, like comes out of just who you are in general.
What do you mean?
Like you could be nice and charitable and patient and loving just as a person. Like I'm talking about like those people out there that aren't even Catholics at all, and they're not religious at all, but they are still very nice and very sweet and do acts of kindness and acts of charity and things like that.
Yeah,
like,
which you should still, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure those people are not thinking in their head, this is because of religion. I'm sure they're thinking more like, this is just who I am.
Yeah, but you should thank God for those virtues.
Yeah. No, you should. And it like God made you that person, and you should be like, not everyone can be that person. But
I see what
I'm
you're
saying it just
though.
doesn't always land under religion, because people are just themselves.
No, people may not view themselves as religious, some, but I'm saying everything. When I say everything we do in life pertains to religion, I'm speaking for, you know, for
like us Catholics.
But I mean, I don't want to say that, because even if you're not Catholic, you will be judged one day when you die. If you don't believe me, you will when you die. No, it's true.
Come and haunt me after and tell me I didn't say so.
You'll eventually see the truth one day, but I just mean everything we do is a religious decision. You know, what we watch, how you speak, how you act, what you do with your time, you know, laziness, sloth, you know, all that stuff is everything we do.
Ooh, we should talk about the 7 deadly sins.
Oh, that'll be for another one. Everything we do is pertaining religion, or it should be. So,
I agree to a certain extent.
What extent do you not agree?
Well, like goodness, don't need to be so. She gave me those eyes like, shut up. No. Like I said, just like with those people not being religious at all, like them just being who they are. Because I think, like I said, just nothing always has to go.
For those of you who aren't religious and who, you know, watch this podcast, perhaps you'll learn something from us, and we hope that you do come to the light.
And we are not like, these are things that we struggle with. Like,
Yeah, we're not coming off as perfect. We struggle with our own vices and stuff too.
We definitely
Although
struggle.
I can't think of any for me, but
I can. Everything we talked about, you need to really fit in your head, actually. Besides faith, you're pretty good with your faith, but hope, you struggle a lot with hope.
Yeah, I do struggle
and,
with hope.
Charity.
I'm really good at charity. How many times do I have you over for dinner? No, she called me up today, offering me a cheesecake slice.
It goes really beyond just being nice. You gotta make sacrifices for me too.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I know.
Actually, technically I do, because every time I give you a plate of food, that's my leftovers.
Goodness, we don't want you to skip another meal now, do we?
It's because I'm pregnant.
She is pregnant. See? You lined that up perfectly. I'm kidding. Now, what is out of these 3 theological virtues, what's one example that you struggle with a lot?
Hope.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I have a fear of everything. Everything.
The world just makes you so anxious now. It's like, but goodness, they've been saying that this world was going to end so long ago, and now it's just like people can't predict everything.
Yeah. I just read that there was like typhus and fleas or something, and I started panicking at like 2 a.m, and I was like, there's like a 90% chance that you'll go to like be hospitalized, whatever. I was like, we should get rid of our dogs in case they get like fleas or something. I was like, I panic over everything. I say hope I struggle with the most, to be honest.
Hope I struggle with, like, you. Sorry guys, our camera went out. I had to get a new battery. I don't know what I was saying, if I'm gonna be honest, but wasn't I talking about myself with hope?
Oh yeah, we were saying
anxious about my mind. You can make your mind just do anything. So one of my struggles for real is just, I'll think, oh my gosh, I would think one time I heard a story about a fly. You told me. Yeah. About a fly going into Uncle Chase's ear. And then he had to get it out.
It did happen.
Yeah. So I believe you. But literally, I was up that night until like 3 in the morning because I heard a fly going around me, and then out of nowhere it stopped. And I was like, I think it went in my head. Oh my gosh, it's going to go in my brain and lay eggs and blah, blah, blah. I was up for like 3 days. I had headaches.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't have told you that story.
No, I'm telling you, I get ears. No, but it's funny because my fiance's sister told me too. She's like, if something goes in your ear, there's so much work to get to the brain. She's like, you can practically not even get to the brain through your ear. Like she was saying, and that made me feel better. But this was like way after the fact. But
no, last night I was eating a Reese's cup in the night, and it was like dark, and I was just watching a movie. No lie, I thought the way the texture was when I bit it, I was like, right away I was like, was that like a bug or like a worm or something? Because I read like some story that there was like worms in peanut butter or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like panicked. But then I told myself it couldn't have been that serious if I still swallowed, because I still chewed it up and ate it. So,
you didn't even spit it out?
No, because it happened so fast. But yet I was like, well, it tastes good, the peanut butter cup. And then I swallowed, and then I contemplated like maybe I shouldn't have ate it.
No, it's like sometimes.
Can we just edit this whole thing?
Why?
There was no bug. I think it was just a peanut butter cup.
No, Dad. It was your brain. What was I gonna say? Oh, sometimes when I eat something and there's a weird taste to it, my mind will automatically feel dizzy because I think it's poisonous.
No, that happens to me too.
Yeah.
I was eating a cookie last night. I took a snack tray to bed. I was eating a cookie, no lie, and I took a bite and it tasted weird to me, and right away I put it back, and I was like, you know what? I was like that, and in my mind I was like,
because I stopped feeling dizzy or something.
In my mind I was like, was this poisoned or something, or like was this not supposed to like be in there? And like I panicked right away.
Yeah, this is why you should have hope in God. We are all struggling with it for sure. Wait, what was it? Hope?
Yeah, hope.
Right? Yeah. It's definitely
I don't take a snack tray to bed every night. Let's just point that out there.
What does your snack tray have? Cookies? Reese's? Oh my goodness.
I hope my doctor doesn't see this.
He won't. We're not that famous.
Even though the three theological virtues is something that's just given to us by God, you're not so much, it's just something you're born with. You still have to work on it, because there are three virtues that we should always be praying on and praying to obtain through our life, and to live it out as we do our day life.
So we can say faith, as far as faith-wise, that we are going to start not judging people and try to understand them, and, things like that. And for hope, we can say that we're not going to fear over our world now. We're not going to fear over financial things. We're not going to stress about things. And then with charity, same thing. Like, we can tell ourselves that we're going to stop being nice. We're going to start doing this, and we're going to start doing that. But at the end of the day, actions speak better than words. And it's what our world struggles for real. And we have to just start actually putting it into practice. And
for faith-wise, those of you who are out there and who deal with peer pressure, I do know some girls who have talked to me about how they struggle with, girls their age, because they're, and whatever age it is, it's not just teenagers, but whatever age you are, and you do get peer pressured because you want to stand up for your faith and you want to do the right thing, but you have everybody around you your age looking at you like you're different. It is a struggle, but it means the most, I feel like, when you do it when you don't want to. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like that's when you show God the most, like, look what I'm doing for you. I love you. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing it in front of, like, I don't care that's your time to show God, like, I don't care what these people think. I'm here for you and nobody else.
Yeah, like doing it for God and God alone. Because if you're just doing something for attention and doing it so people can see that you're just different.
If you're doing it to please others, then you're already going into the wrong direction.
Exactly.
You're supposed to be doing it to please God and God alone, and not care what others think. So so those who are struggling under peer pressure and stuff like that, that is, to me, the most important time to stand up for your faith. And, you're already headed in the wrong direction if you're constantly worried about what people think of you. You should only think of what God thinks of you. And honestly, when you put your mindset into only thinking what God thinks of you, your life automatically does become so much more easier, because you just don't care what people think around you. You know what I mean? You're not there to impress them. You're just there. We're just on earth to please God and to serve God alone. As Jim Caviezel said, he said,
quotes.
You said a quote today.
Yeah, I did. I'm
quoting the Bible. That's really important, actually. Yes, but Jim Caviezel, actually, he's the one who played Jesus from The Passion of Christ.
Oh, yeah. I heard that they're making a resurrection one.
Yeah, he said freedom isn't the right to do what we want. It's the right to do what we ought. And I've always loved that quote, too, that he said, because, God gave us free will, but it doesn't mean, we could do whatever we want in this world. It just means that we have the choice now to do what we are supposed to do, which is love, serve, and know the Lord.
Love, know, and serve.
Love, know, and serve the Lord.
No, love, and serve God.
Yeah, I just said in a different order.
Yeah, but you had to put it in the right. It sounds better. No, love, and serve.
Is there a chronological order for this? Or
no, but it's my chronological order. Just kidding. No, love, and serve God. Now we do it.
Okay. Take two.
No, okay. Very, very, very well said, Dianne Jacinta. Looks like you're knowing your faith. Yeah, I mean, overall, guys, the theological virtues, if you guys didn't know, hopefully you guys stay tuned until the end. There's some things that we didn't know also when we like to do a little bit of research before our podcast too, to kind of
make sure we don't steer you guys in the wrong way.
In the wrong direction. Those things that we struggle with as well, and we're learning as we go. I feel like this podcast is making us learn, it's teaching us a lot between just speaking and
just trying to be knowledgeable as best we can to give as best advice as we can, and we hope that you guys who are watching too are able to learn with us too, and even look it up for yourself, the theological virtues.
And we want to hear your guys' views on it too. Like, what are things that you struggle with? Because
we're getting no comments. Someone talk to us.
We only have each other, and I'm going kind of crazy. I'm going crazy, man. No, I'm seriously going crazy. But no, like I said, we all struggle with it. So I want to know, guys, please. What are you guys struggling with?
Just leave us a comment.
Just one. I'm asking for this one. We want to go on somebody. That laugh is crazy. I'm fitting this all in, AJ. That was funny.
Oh my goodness.
There's a lot of laughing there. Goodness, I didn't think it was that funny.
So I think we're gonna end this podcast.
Yeah, stay tuned. I know we've been a little ditching on our posting. It's not
really
us. We have our videos ready, but for some reason it's a little struggle to post and it takes forever. But I think we figured it out now. It was because we both were logged into an account, so it was like ruining things.
Yeah, we were like, yeah.
We were just both trying to post. It was just miscommunication. But now we're good, so we should post no later than Thursday night. If we do, maybe Friday too. So give us a little bit. We're going to stop saying, see you Thursday or Friday. See you during the weekend. We should just start saying that. But yeah, guys, let's just all just go out into the world and try to be a better person and just try our best to strive what is best for us, It was
best
once
for God.
So just go out there and strive.
Just try your best.
Try your best for God. And it was once said by Sartre, to do is to be. I think that was it. To do or to be by Sartre.
Well, Aristotle said to be is to do.
What Shakespeare said, to be or not to be.
Well, Sinatra said doobie doobie doo.
I ran out of ideas. Scooby Dooby Doo!
Okay, see you guys next time.
Lemon go! Lemon go! Shut up, you're at the Mets.
I don't care.
Not singing.
I actually sing country songs really good.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Lemon, 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 lemon.
Welcome back to Lemon Drops, another podcast.
Another podcast.
Where we talk about lemon.
What are you doing in my hair? You don't even know how you feel.
It's adorable. Green light's on.
And the cat is not pushing. And Jay, get with the program. She gave me those eyes like, shut up.
No,
Like I said.